You are tuned in to What Up Baltimore online radio. Please note that the views and opinions expressed on this channel are of the host and not of Lady J Media. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, What Up Baltimore TV. And if you really don't want to miss any of the shows, hit that notification bell and you'll get a message every time we come on. Now, we got it from here, so sit back, relax, and stay tuned. Hey, everybody, welcome to What Up Baltimore. My name is Dr. Lady J. Listen, tonight is going to be very special, y'all. I've been running all day, so forgive me. I'm trying to get my life together right now. It's been a busy day. I've been at the hospital all day. Where are the nurses and doctors at? Where are they? Whew, all day at the doctor's office. But anyway, tonight is going to be really special because we have a guest here. His name is Darren Johnson. And as everyone knows, on Monday nights is when we actually talk to a lot of people who have just come back home, or, we talk to family members. We just do a lot of stuff that has to do with the criminal justice system. So tonight we have Darren on. Now, Darren, for those of you who remember Margo, which I don't know anybody who doesn't remember Margo, because Margo has been on a couple of times. Darren and Margo know each other, and Margo actually introduced me to Darren. So I wanted to have Darren come on so he can tell his story, so we can talk to him, we can welcome him back home. And so, Darren, welcome to What Up Baltimore, and thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. You are so welcome. This is y'all show, so thanks for coming on. And for those of you who are watching, as a matter of fact, while I'm talking, I'm actually going to be sharing the show. Thank you so much to everybody that's been sharing the show. It's really been amazing. We've been getting a lot of feedback, and we're also on iHeartRadio. So, if you ever miss it on the actual live, because I know people are working in the summer, people are traveling. You can always go on YouTube, What Up Baltimore TV. You can go on Twitter, same thing. You can go on Facebook, What Up Baltimore TV. You can watch it. You can go to iHeartRadio, put in LadyJ Media. You'll be able to watch it. So I'm going to start sharing, and I hope you all do the same thing, because this is so important that we get the word out and that we welcome people when they come back home. So Darren, first of all, before we get to that part, I want you to tell us when you came home.
Okay, I came home on May 12th, so 2 days before Mother's Day.
Of this year, right?
This year.
Right. So May 12th of this year, you just came home. It's now July 10th. Happy birthday to my sister. Today's a birthday. So it's July 10th. So you've been home for almost a couple of months. And how does it feel? How long were you in? I'll ask you that question.
So I was incarcerated for 16 years and 7 months.
Wow. 16 years, 7 months. And how old were you when you went in?
So when I first went in, I was 19 years old. I came home, I'm 35.
Wow. So you said the first time. So you went in at 19, came home at 35, and then you went back again.
No, this is my first time being incarcerated.
Oh, that was your first time being incarcerated. Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
ma'am.
Wow, wow, wow. So you went in at 19, came out at 35.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow. So how does it feel now that you're home? How does that feel?
it feels good. It feels amazing. It's everything I dreamed of.
Yeah,
Everything.
yeah. And I'm sure your family is excited about you being home as well. I know everybody's excited about you being back. What are some of the things that have changed since you were gone?
The world changed. I mean, as you know, technology is changing by the second. So I mean, just
Yeah,
everything has changed.
yeah.
Infrastructure, just everything.
Mhm, mhm. And I can imagine now. You went in at 19. We didn't have cell phones. I don't think we had cell phones back then.
Yeah, we had cell phones.
We did have cell phones.
Yeah, we had cell phones.
Right.
The only thing I don't remember is we didn't have iPhones.
We didn't have iPhones, so we had like the old heavy kind of phones back then. Like, were they just coming out? I think because I'm
Yeah,
trying
they
to.
we didn't have smartphones, so it was like
That's what
Nokias
it
and
was.
stuff like that.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right. Yeah, because I remember. I'm trying to remember because my son is 27, and I remember when
right,
I got him his first phone. But I remember when I got my phone, and they were like the heavy ones. You had to buy minutes and all this kind of stuff.
right,
So yeah,
right.
it was no smartphones at all. So that changed, and then I'm sure. Well, we know the economy has changed. We know the economy
For
has
sure,
changed a lot.
for sure.
Um, and the other thing now, some of the things that we talked about, I know you had started going to college while you were incarcerated, correct?
Correct.
And what were you studying?
American Studies. So it's a liberal arts school.
Okay,
I was in
cool.
college.
This is what I want to say, and I think I said this to you, and I say this to everybody. Like, I'm always so amazed at how you all are incarcerated. You go to school, you do all of that. We have people out here who won't even go and get their GED. So I'm hoping that as I bring you all on the platform, and you're saying like Dr. Justine Walls got his PhD in prison, and so
Yeah,
I'm hoping as I bring you all forward that people will understand that it's okay if you don't know how to read and you need to go get your GED. It's okay to go get it, y'all. It's okay.
okay.
um,
Right.
Joy Joy B, who has a show on here, it's called Conversations with Joy B. She actually does a literacy program. So I'm hoping, as we announce the program, that you all will sign up. And anyway, back to Darren's story. So Darren, do you have any children?
No, I don't have any children.
Not married?
Nope, not married.
Listen, Darren, because I have to get into business because these women, like whenever I'm interviewing the guys that come on, listen, they want me to get into business. Like, do you have a girlfriend, fiance? Like, what's going on? You got any significant other?
Yeah, I have a girlfriend.
Okay, see y'all, ladies. I asked the question. He has a girlfriend. Okay, so we can scratch that off the list. Darren has a girlfriend. Okay, so but good for you because it's good to be able to come back home to somebody that loves you and especially to your family as well. So listen, shout out to you.
Okay.
I ain't mad at you. So but we have to ask all of these questions, because everybody wants to know. So I have to ask those questions. So yes, ladies. So he's in a relationship. So we gonna scratch that off, but we still gonna wish him well. So what are some of the things that you're doing now?
So so back to the college thing. So for me, that was a pivotal moment, like during my incarceration, because it was one of like my most proudest achievements. I
Mm-hmm.
never thought that I would either pursue a education higher than a high school diploma or a GED. So that was the best thing that ever happened to me. Like
Mm-hmm.
really, I to pursue a bachelor's degree while I was incarcerated, and right now I'm roughly at like 70 credits towards my
Wow.
bachelor's degree. So one of my things now is I want to complete that. I don't want to, start something and not finish. So that's my main thing right now is to finish college.
Yeah. And I know you will. I know you will. And so when you after you finish your college degree and all of that, do you have anything special? Like, is it a special field or something? Maybe like being an entrepreneur, something that you really want to do.
Yeah, so I got a passion for technology. I got a passion for computers, so I really do want to get into like the IT field. That's something that I want to, get involved in, and just the advancement of technology. And I just want to be a part of that, some type of,
Hmm.
you know, problem solving, creative thing to get involved in. But I also want to get involved in assisting people that, haven't experienced what I experienced, but using my experience to help them, not fall into these same, you know, road that I went down. So that's one of the things that I also have a passion for as well.
And the thing is, I was watching something on the news a couple days ago, and they were saying that it's certain fields that people need to get into and lock into it because this other stuff that everybody's going to college for, you're not going to be able to get a job because the computers and robots and all these things are going to be taking over. So the field that you're talking about going into is really good because we know that all the only thing that's going to happen is that technology is going to advance. So to stay in that
Exactly.
field is really smart. And they were also saying that, make sure it's something where you can use your hands and your mind because those are the things that will always be needed, even though they still have these other things in place. So, congratulations to you on doing that because that's an excellent field to go into. And I know, like right now, um, when you first come out, I know, and a lot of people don't know this. Like when they come out, everybody, a lot of them go into transitional housing and programs and everything. So they don't just come out and start, hanging out in the street and doing all those different things. There are different restrictions. So what are some of the restrictions that you have on you right now that you don't mind sharing?
Well, as you spoke on, I'm in a transitional house right now, and to be honest, it's very beneficial. And I advise, people coming out of my situation who spent, numerous years in prison to go through this transition
Mm-hmm.
because me personally, the support has been it's just been there. Like the support has been tremendous, like coming from all angles. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just like I think that's one of the biggest things coming home. You need that type of support. I mean, the
Right.
resources is just, just is there. They're
Mm-hmm.
available for people like me coming from prison.
Yeah. And there are organizations, and if I miss some of y'all, please don't hurt me. I'm just off the top of my head calling out some like No Struggle, No Success, Out for Justice, Maryland Justice Project, face. There's so many different programs out here that these men and women can go into to help them to get back on their feet. And when we were going down to Annapolis, Darren, I was really amazed because a lot of these programs are, they teach the men and women how to speak before the
Right.
legislators. When they're fighting for different things, for the criminal justice system, and they're teaching them how to speak. They also dress them up, so you would never know these people were incarcerated. Like it's
Right.
just crazy. And so I'm definitely giving a shout out to all of these programs that are out there who are really helping because years ago it was really no programs like that, and people were just coming out and they had to kind of find their way around. So the thing with these programs, if you're willing to do the work and follow direction and instructions and be willing to learn, you can really, really come out and do great things. So, how long
For
are
sure.
you in your program?
So for 6 months, I would be in this program.
Okay, okay, and then you'll be allowed to live on your own and go and do kind of live life the way you want to live it.
Yeah, something like that. I still have a aftercare plan that I have to put together, and I think like now I'm able to kind of just start exploring like employment and go for interviews and stuff like that. So it's set up for you to transition, back into society. But
Yeah.
yeah, 6 months roughly for this program here.
So when you came out, did it feel like scary for you coming out to all of this?
It did like so my mother she put something up and it said the best Mother's Day gift. So I came home 2 days before Mother's Day and it was like it felt surreal. I couldn't even walk across the street without feeling nervous and walking in stores. I remember going to Walmart like 2 days after I came home, and I just walked in circles because I
Hmm.
didn't want to, leave from the exit of the door. Like I didn't know where to go. So it was
Right.
like it felt weird. And I got, I got used to everything kind of fast. Like a lot of people see me and they don't even believe that, I was incarcerated that long because I just like, I catch on kind of fast. I can adapt real fast.
Yeah, yeah, and that's good. And I'm not going to say who it was, but we were out to lunch with a lot of people that had just gotten out, and one of the people, we were something that never even dawned on me. We were actually looking at the menu, and the person got really overwhelmed and got up away from the table and just walked away, and we're all looking like, okay, what just happened? But what the person was saying is that it was so many options on the menu, and they got overwhelmed just by looking at the menu. And so, we just kind of, took a break, slowed it down a little bit, because sometimes for us, because we're already out, we're already, we're in that
Right.
moment, we already know what it's going to be like. But and you mentioned Walmart. Now, Walmart is one of the busiest places there. That's one
Yeah.
of the busiest and craziest places to go to. Like, I get overwhelmed going to Walmart. I don't really go in there, but I do understand what you're saying about like not knowing where the exit is at, and it being a lot of people. Was it hard for you because being incarcerated, they're basically telling you what to do every day. So how has it been for you just being able to kind of make decisions on your own and do what you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, it make you feel human again. It make you feel like you don't feel so degraded or devalued. Like when somebody's not always telling you to do this and do that, or restricting you so much. Even though I have certain restrictions, I don't feel like I'm in
Yeah.
prison. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so it just
Yeah.
makes you get, humanizes you, and that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Now, you're in a relationship now, so was this going on while you were incarcerated? Were you in a relationship while you were
Yeah.
incarcerated? How was
Yes.
that? How was that?
It it was difficult. It was difficult. Not as far as my significant other. It was just difficult, like what I was going through because I've been fighting to get home. So I've been fighting. It's like for me, I never wanted to put the burden on anyone else, not even my family. And my family has always been there, always been supportive of me. So like being in a relationship, it's like you almost feel like whatever you go through, that person will have to go through too. So it's like,
Exactly. Yeah.
you want to make it easier for them as well.
Hmm. Because they're locked up pretty much with you. Like they're doing
Right,
time. They're doing time with you.
right,
And
right.
Monty is the guy who comes on Thursday nights. He's still incarcerated, but he and I, we talk on Thursday every Thursday night. And we did a back to back show on relationships, and he was just saying how hard it is to be in a relationship and be incarcerated. And I was saying, listen, it ain't for everybody because that ain't for me. I need my man like here. I need to I need to reach out and touch you. So I was like, it's not for everybody, but shout out to the people
No,
that do it, and make it work. And I love the fact that people have been coming home, and not just coming home to families, but you're coming home to someone that loves you, in a relationship. You're coming home to that. So shout out to your woman. Shout out to her, and I'm glad that she hung in there and she stuck it out. Because good men is hard to find right now. They real hard to find. So so
right.
shout out to her, and I wish you all the best. And if anybody wants to call in and you want to say hi to Darren, or you want to just, give him a shout out or welcome home, the number is on the screen, and the number is 443-297-4753. Now, are you wanting to stay in Maryland after, all of this is done, or do you think you might want to move somewhere else?
Um, yeah, I don't mind staying in Maryland, but I mean, if the situation called for me to move somewhere else, if it's better for me, yeah, I will move.
Yeah, yeah. Because I would think, like, after, I don't know, I was just thinking, like, If I was incarcerated in Maryland, as soon as they gave me my papers, I probably would be gone. This would be the last place I would want to be. But I guess it's different for everybody. And then you got to think
Right.
about your significant other too. Yeah. But
Yeah.
how was I see your mom on here? How was Mother's Day, like being home with your mom?
Like she said, it was the best gift because I remember like it was yesterday. I remember being in the cell
Mm-hmm.
and and I called on my tablet and I remember actually I called my girlfriend. She was like, "When is Mother's Day?" And I was like, "I don't know. I think it's I was like, I don't know. I think it's Sunday or something like that." And she was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Well, when is it?" And then she was like, I was like, "I don't know." And I remember her saying, "Well,
Mm-hmm.
like, Happy Mother's Day, because you're gonna be home. You're gonna be
Oh,
home." And I didn't want to believe it. I was so
oh, oh,
negative
oh.
at the time because nothing ever went my way. So I was just like,
Right.
yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I don't. And she was like, "No, you're gonna be home by Mother's Day." And I was
Oh,
released that Friday. So it was
wow.
it, it was awesome.
So you didn't know you were going to be home?
So so like the program that I'm in, it's like you don't know exactly what day they're gonna come get you, but you know that you're gonna be, released. But I didn't know the day.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That had to be the greatest Mother's Day gift ever. Like outside of giving birth, like I just think the greatest gift for me has been, giving birth and raising my son and all of that. But I can only imagine you being gone all the time and that being the next greatest gift for your mother of having you come home and being able to hug you and hold you. That has to be the
Yes.
greatest thing. So we do have a caller on here. Someone wants to say hi to you. Let me see if they're still there. Let's see. Hold on, caller. Hold on, because it looks like Marco. Is this Marco calling? Hold on.
Hey, DJ.
Yes.
You,
Hey, how you doing, Lady J? This Margo. What's up, DJ, man? How that you real out?
hey Polo, what's up, man?
Chilling, man. Just happy to hear you on the other side, man. So, bro.
Likewise, likewise.
Marco, how are
Yeah,
you
yeah,
doing?
man. Keep it up. I'm good. How you doing, Lady J?
I'm doing good. Thank you for introducing me to Darren. I'm glad I'm getting a chance to talk to him and, you know, um, getting him on the screen so everybody can meet him as well.
No problem, no problem. That's my guy right there. Glad you're on the other side, man. We was here together, so it feel good
You
knowing
up
we
next, you up next, you up next.
He said, "You up next, Marco. You up next."
We're gonna keep fighting for you, man.
all right. I'm on my way. Sure.
Because you and Marco were cellmates at one time, right?
Not assigned cellmates, but we were like cellmates.
Oh, you were like cellmates. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
and definitely a good guy right there. So I'm glad he got to get on too.
that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you were able to call in, Marco.
Yep, I am.
And
Y'all enjoy yourself. So keep it up. Thanks to Lady J just for giving us this platform just to communicate and share our story.
oh, you are welcome. You're so welcome. Listen, we looking forward to having your face on the screen soon. That's what we looking
That's
forward
right.
to.
Yeah, ain't no question.
All right.
And man, be safe out there, DJ, man. Take it easy, man. All that shit.
Okay, you too. Stay focused, man. We here.
All right. All right, Lady J. Talk to you later.
Take
You be
care.
safe as well.
All right. You too. All right. Bye bye. So Marco, I mean not Marco. You got me calling him Mark, calling you Marco. Darren, how does it feel talking to him? Like, how does it feel after all those years of you being out and you're talking to Marco? He's still inside because I remember Marco telling me that you and him would talk a lot about when you were getting released and what you want to do
Yes.
when you come out.
Yeah. So, man, me and Margo, we still in contact. We ain't never lose contact, and we had separated from different prisons, and we stayed in contact, even though we were separated. But during our time, we built a good relationship. Like me and him used to sit back and dream of this moment that I'm in right now, and I don't even feel like I told him I don't even feel right until he gets here. And there's a
Yeah,
lot of other good men, but I don't feel right until that's done.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
And I hear that a lot, especially from the guys that you literally want to go back in and get them and bring them out with you, so they can feel what it's like to be free. So,
it's
but we're
true.
gonna keep praying for Marco because Marco is actually in there for a crime he didn't commit. So we're gonna definitely
Exactly.
keep praying for Marco to come out. Now I want to get some of these comments. And again, if anybody wants to call in, the number is 443-297-4753. You can call in. Even if you don't know Darren, you can still call in and welcome him home, or say hi or something like that. So, somebody's calling right now. Hold on, hold on, hold on. This is Lady J. Go right ahead. Hello? We can't hear you, caller. Oh, I guess they hung up. Let's try it again. This is Dr. Lady J. Go right ahead. They hung up. Okay, y'all. When you call in, just hold on a second. I got you. Hold on. So, call back. Let's see. Let's try it again. Somebody else is calling again. Let's see. Caller? Okay, do me a favor. I need you to turn your device off. I mean, turn it down. I'm sorry, in the back, so we don't have that feedback. Okay, we're gonna let them work on that. Hi, this is Dr. Lady J. Go right ahead. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, Lady J. It's Gloria.
Hi, Gloria. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. We don't know each other personally, but we converse over Facebook a lot.
Okay.
And I can't wait to meet you in person.
Are you coming to the talk show, Gloria? The talk show that's going to happen at the end of the month?
I will come. I saw the post.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have to. Do I register through Eventbrite?
You can. Yes, you sure can.
Okay. Yeah, I'll register, and then I'll invite some other people to come.
Awesome, awesome.
But I wanted to call in to say hi to your guest, hi to Darren, and just give you some encouraging words. Welcome home. We are so glad that you're out here with us, walking this environment with us. And
Thank you.
I support you and I cover you in prayer. The road is not easy, but it is so worth it. And we have to remember to stay on the path and stay on the journey. And my mother always told us growing up, there's no such word as can't.
Mm-hmm.
We must always find a way. So if you stay encouraged, stay on the path that you're on, which is an amazing path. I'm just so proud of you. I wish my son, I have a 19-year-old, and I wish he was here sitting with me to see this live, because you're showing us that anything is possible as long as you keep your mind focused and keep your mind on the plan. So I'm going to let my son watch the replay, because I'm just so overwhelmed and so inspired by your story. And you went in prison to get your bachelor's, and that's an amazing accomplishment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just encourage you. I cover you in prayer, and please, if there's anything that I can do or we can do, Lady J knows how to get in touch with me. I actually work with Christina Flowers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So if there's anything that we can do, I just let you know, brother, we're here for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to call in and let you know that.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
See you on the 29th.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
Good night.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. That was nice. I told you, it's so many nice people out here who we do have the people who think you should lock people up and throw away the key, but there's a lot of people out here who support you when you come home. And that's the part of the world that I do like that has changed, because people's viewpoint is changing a lot, because they see that people are coming out and you can become reformed when you are incarcerated, and you can do great things inside and come out and do great things as well. So if anyone else would like to call in, the number is 443-297-4753. Now, also scrolling at the bottom of the screen, I ask you every week, if you don't mind, to please donate, because this is the way we keep the program going. This is the way I'm able to keep in touch with the men and women on their tablets when we're texting back and forth with each other. So you can Cash App $LadyJFlava, or you can what's the other one? You can do PayPal. All of it is scrolling at the bottom at I'll never look back at gmail.com, or you can do Zelle, which is 443-297-4753. All of that helps me to do what I'm doing right now. All right, and so I'm going to Marco. I got Marco on the brain. I keep looking at you and I'm saying Marco. I'm so used to talking to him on Monday nights. Darren, I'm going to go back and I want to read some of the comments that we have so you can see what people are saying. This is Marco's sister. She says Polo's sister is here watching. We have Ingrid. Ingrid, that's your mom?
That's my mom, yes.
Okay, she said best Mother's Day ever. And y'all, she's talking about when he came home. That was the best Mother's Day ever. I can only imagine. Gloria Hurt says, hi, everyone. We have Aretha. She said, awesome job praying for you and your second chance on life. We got Donald Johnson on here. He says, my man, Big Darren, from Uncle Donald with love. Be More Trice. My mom, Be More Treese, I think is her name. My mom is watching as well. Hi, Miss Patricia. That's Marco's mom. And then we have, who's that? Santino Johnson. He says, okay, Cuzzo. We got Candy Davis. Polo and Keisha are here. And he sends his love. And then we have Gloria Hurt. She says, congratulations. That's amazing, Darren. I'm proud of you. And we got another caller coming in. Let's get this call on. Hey, this is Dr. Lady J. Go right ahead.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, we sure can.
Oh, this is Ingrid. I'm Darren's mother.
Hi, Miss Ingrid.
Hi.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. And yes, this has been one of the best Mother's Day I have ever had.
Oh, I can imagine. Listen, because I was saying, giving birth is amazing, but I can imagine, just having your son come back home. That had to be a wonderful feeling.
It is, and Darren is one. I only have two sons, and Darren is my oldest. So to see him again and to see him on this side, like he said, he's not home, but this is very, very close to home.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Very close. And I'm so proud of Darren. I mean, I was proud of Darren in incarcerated. I was proud of him because I think when he first went in, he was only in there for I want to say a month, and he got his high school diploma, and he went from there. He didn't just sit there. Every time he called home, I got this certificate. He always stayed doing something, kept his mind occupied. Because sometimes people leave from there and lose it. They can make you lose your mind. But so I'm extremely proud of him. I'm extremely proud of I'm excited for all the help that I received, and even assisting with getting him on this side of the earth. So I'm really happy for that. Again, I'm happy for his girlfriend, because she's been very good support. It's the family. It's just been a lot.
That's awesome.
The program that he's in, the lawyers that assisted him, I love him.
That is awesome. That's wonderful.
He's a great guy. He's a great kid. He's always been a great kid. Always.
That's wonderful. Darren, anything you want to say to your mom?
Hey, Mom, I love you.
I don't know if she heard you.
She ain't hear me. She'll call later on.
Oh, he said he loves you, Mom. He loves you.
Oh, I know he does. Okay.
All right.
Still watching, guys. Thank you
Good.
so much.
You are welcome. Good talking to you.
Thanks to you.
All right. Bye-bye. She sounds like a little girl. Okay. And then we have, let's see, Mouse O'Bannon. She says, welcome home. And Natasha Gilliam says, yeah, this is your cousin-in-law. Aretha says, welcome home. Michael Randolph, hello from Tampa. We have, is this Elmo Lena Taylor? Welcome home, Darren. Okay. And then we have, now, is this Aunt Rosa from Marco's Aunt Rosa, Rosa Hamilton? She says, hello, Darren. Marco's, oh, yeah. Hey, Aunt Rosa. I told her I'm not calling her Miss Rosa no more. That's Aunt Rosa. So she says, hello, Darren. Marco's Aunt Rosa is following and supporting you. Keep the faith. And then we have B. Mortrice. Welcome home. Darren, Polo, Sis, and Mother are watching. We got Tish Williams. Welcome home, Darren. Natasha Gilliam. I'm so proud of you, Darren. We have Miss Pat Hart of Philly. Welcome home, Mr. D. You all, Miss Pat Hart of Philly, the community liaison nationwide president. Okay, we have another call coming in. Let's get this caller. This is Dr. Lady J. Go right ahead.
This is Marco's Aunt Audrey. I'm calling in to wish Darren well wishes coming home. What a blessing from God. Calling to give Lady J. She's truly one of God's chosen. And I'm praying for Darren's family as well. So I know they're so proud to have him home. And may God continue to bless him and his family and you, Dr. J, Lady J, and keep all of y'all in perfect peace. And we're just counting the days down for Marco to be home because God is on the main line and he will be home soon and very soon. Mm-hmm. Thank you all for doing the great work that you are doing. And Lady J, I can tell in my spirit you are truly a woman of God and one of God's chosen. God continue to bless you and your family and keep you all in perfect peace. And I know your mother is so proud to stay home. And when Marco come home, we're going to be feeling the same way. And so pray for all of us that get together as a family. Absolutely. And love one another and try to lift these other young men out and incarcerating and bringing them home because that's all it's about, helping somebody, you know. Right. So I just love you, Darren. I don't know you, but I just love your spirit. Anyway, and if you're a friend of Marco's, you're definitely one of my nephews as well. Mm-hmm. So thank you for just letting me call and continue, Lady J, doing your work and smiling. You know, God is working with you, lady.
Thank you so much.
I love you guys.
I love you
the
too.
smile that Darren had, and you have an excellent smile too. So have a good day. I just wanted to spread some love for Marco.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in. All right. Bye-bye. Bye. People are so nice. Let me see. We got I hope I'm saying y'all names right. Don't Shalika. She says, hey boo, you already know I'm proud of you. God is good. And then
Shalakia, that's my girlfriend.
Oh, that's your girl. Okay, girlfriend. All right. We got a girl here too. We got Desiree Webb. She says, welcome home, Darren. We have Gloria Hurt. She's saying this is awesome. So Darren, how you feeling with all of this going on like tonight?
I feel good. It's like I said, the support has been like overwhelming sometimes. I just be having so many people just been so supportive of me. And like you said before, a lot of people are against, giving second chances. So when I see that people are always, open arms to a person that's coming home, I always feel good about that because that was one of the things coming home that I wanted to focus on was, earning my trust back into society, not just with my community, but just with, with family, friends, and, new associates and just building my network.
Yeah. And I think we have to always understand that people change, That's whether you're on the outside or you're on the inside. People change. Like we all mess up. I've messed up a lot. But I'm not that person I used to be like 10, 15 years ago. So we all change and we all have to allow people that opportunity to change and support them, And so this is why I think it's so important that we have a platform like this where people can come on and you can get the support you need along with the programs that you're in to help you to understand that everybody's not against you. There's a lot of people who are out here saying, yes, hallelujah, you know, you're out, you're doing better, you're doing good. Because on the flip side, we see all of the craziness that's going on right now with our young people. So to see you go in as a teenager and come out as a grown man and all of these things that you have accomplished just being on the inside and in a place where people can literally go crazy and lose their mind, and for you to come out and you have made all these accomplishments, that's amazing. You know, that's what really excites me when I see that you come out. And I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how you stay positive. When I'm talking to Marco, I'm like, I don't know how this brother stays so positive, so up. You know, I don't understand it, but I know it has to be that mindset. You got to get your mind in that place where you're not going to let the situation that you're in overtake you.
Yeah, and we use each other. You know,
Mhm.
like for example, me and Marco, we were together. We use each other for that type of support, you know, to keep ourselves positive and stay strong. So sometimes you don't have people that have the luxury to have family, have friends out there. So sometimes you build that friendship and that relationship with people in the inside, and you use each other for that type of strength to pull through. And we all inspire each other. We all do, you
That's so.
know.
So you knew Sean. You know Sean also, Sean Gardner with
Sean Gardner.
behind the wall mentors. Do you know of them?
I know Walls
Oh,
and Russell.
James Walls. Okay, you know him. Okay. I was so impressed with that brother because for him to get his PhD and while in prison, I'm just like, I cannot wait until he gets out and he goes up for parole in September. I just thought that was amazing. Like I had to bring him on twice to talk to him. He
Yes,
is phenomenal. So there's so many, and I'm trying to also change, Darren, that stigma of black men being incarcerated, coming out uneducated, you know, just kind of aloof. They're coming out still doing the same thing they did when they went in. A lot of that has changed. And so that's what I want people to see also, that our black men are getting incarcerated, but they're learning and they're changing their mindset, they're changing their ways, and they're becoming educated and they're coming out and they're doing great things. So um, everybody, on the 29th of this month, uh, I've been asked to do a test pilot for a talk show here in Baltimore, which I'm really excited about. And so I've invited a lot of these brothers that I have interviewed, that I have spoken with, been down in Annapolis with. I've invited them to be a part of the show. Now we're hoping that Darren will be able to come. We know that he has some restrictions on him, but we're hoping that he will be able to come and join us on that day. It's going to be on the 29th from 7 to 10 p.m. And one of our segments is going to be called Coming Home. And you're actually going to get to meet these men in person, the ones that I've been interviewing week after week. And you saw me down in Annapolis taking pictures and talking to people. They're going to be at the show. And so I'm hoping that your family in Maryland? They live here in Maryland?
yes,
Okay, so
yes.
family, come on out. The tickets are free. You can actually go on Eventbrite. If you go on Eventbrite and you put in talk show, um, okay, hold on one second. I gotta look it up. It's um, talk show Dr. Lady J. You'll be able to get a free ticket whether you register or not. That's just for head count. The seats are free, but we want people to come out because number one, it's going to be something new for Baltimore to try to get a talk show here with yours truly, and also we're going to get to spotlight all of these beautiful brothers that we have had on the camera, and you all will get to meet them, shake their hands, take pictures, talk to them, encourage them in person. So we're gonna hope that Darren can actually come out and be with us that day. Um, so Darren, do you I know you were talking about computers and stuff. Do you write? Do you have any desire to like write your story? Because a lot of guys are coming out and they're writing stories about their life.
Sure, and I considered it, and I had a few people, advise me to do so. And that's something I'm gonna look into.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
something I'm
think
gonna
you
look into.
should, because we're in a world now of people love reality TV. They love being up in your business. They
Mm.
want to know everything that you're doing. And so writing a book, it's just another stream of income. That's how I look at it. It's another stream of additional income, because people, for some reason, people are really interested in like, what is life like being incarcerated.
Right.
And a lot of people want to know what it's like. They got a lot of questions, and people love hearing the stories of people, and especially men, men being incarcerated. Like, what was it like? What are you doing now? And all of that. So I think it would be something good for you to look into, just writing a
I
few
will.
pages about your life, or, you know, well, we can't put all the secrets out on we have to talk offline, because we can't put all the secrets out here, because you can't. That's the other thing. Since you left, you can't trust everybody, because you know
Right.
they take your stuff and run with it like they came up with it. So you gotta, like, you gotta be on the low with a lot of this stuff. But anyway, so do you, when you get out of your program, what's one of the first things you want to do, like when you get out of this program?
I honestly want to travel. I want
You
to,
want, yeah,
yeah, I want to travel. I want to explore the world for real, but I want to at least go somewhere else out of this country just to have fun,
yeah,
enjoy myself.
yeah. And you deserve it. And I think that it's just going to give you a whole new outlook on life, to be able to, like I said, get out of Maryland, get out of Baltimore, and just be able to travel somewhere else. And you're going to enjoy it. I'm a traveler, so you're definitely going to enjoy getting. Don't take Spirit though. Don't take Spirit Airlines. Whatever you don't take them. Please don't take them, because you'll be flying for 2 or 3 days trying to get to New York. Like, it's just, don't take them. It's a forever flight. But anyway, but yeah, I wish you well during that. And listen, we got everybody, we got a few more minutes left. You can call in 443-297-4753. If you have anything that you want to say to Darren, even though you don't know him, you can wish him well. Whatever, you might want to share some encouraging words with him, feel free to do that. Are you on social media, Darren,
Yes, I'm on social media.
where people can reach out to you? And so, what are you on social media?
So they can go to my Facebook. I don't really have a page set up yet for Facebook, but they can go
Okay,
to it.
okay, okay,
It's just my name.
okay. And you don't even worry about it, because people they just nosy. People just go in there, to just see what's going on. So just enjoy your life, have fun with with your woman, and just do that for right now. And all the other stuff that can wait. Believe me, it can wait. It can definitely wait. But y'all, 443-297-4753. And so, Darren, I'm gonna ask you some questions, and I'm gonna let you answer them. So, what is something that you would like to say to your mom that you haven't said to her yet? Like, what is something you would really like to say to her?
Uh, I would like to say to her basically that I never said to her was I couldn't have done it without her,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And we didn't had talks about, how strong I am, but she don't realize like how strong she was. And I couldn't have pulled through this without knowing that, she was there for me, and just her strength alone made me know that I have to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
There was times where I'm not going to make this seem easy because it wasn't easy at all. Like to do almost 17 years in prison, and I'd never been in prison before. It was a nightmare every day. I
Mm-hmm.
never got comfortable. Never got comfortable.
Wow. Wow.
So she she don't even realize it, but times I felt down, times I felt like just drained, exhausted. It's over, and I just thought about her.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
And
know,
I'm telling you, it makes a difference when you have family that is supportive. It makes such a difference, because A lot of people that I go and see, they don't have anybody come to court with them. They don't get any visits. So it makes such a difference when you have that family support. And that's why I just always give a shout out to the families for sticking in there year after year, day after day, minute after minute, just constantly being there for their family. That's amazing. And this is what everybody needs when they are incarcerated. Now, if you could speak to these young people out here, I don't know. This is a whole new different generation. I don't even understand it. If you could
Right.
speak to these young people out here, what is something that you would say to them?
I would just, advise them to surround themselves around positive influences. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a thing, and especially in the Black community, that people don't want to talk. They don't want to, express themselves, whether it's about mental health, whether it's about, financial issues or whatever the case is, they upbringing. Nobody wants to reveal that. So, I think it's important to kind of, find somebody that you can trust, that you can talk to.
Yeah.
I want to be a mentor. I'm here for that. I see people like where I'm at now. I feel like I didn't know what to expect coming here. And then I realized I'm making an impact on people. And I'm like, wow, you
Mm-hmm.
know, coming from where I come from, I'm thinking that, I would be a little behind, but
Right.
people like to hear my story,
Yeah.
So it's like I'm making an impact on them because some of them never been in prison. So they're like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, oh, hearing your story, man, I don't want to go there. And that's what I want. I don't want you to go to prison.
Right.
You
Right.
know, you don't
Mm-hmm.
have the experience what I went through to understand like this is something I don't want for me or my children or whatever the case may be. So that's something that I didn't do. I was immature.
Mm-hmm.
When I was young, I didn't talk about my problems. I didn't talk
Right.
about anything.
Mm-hmm.
It led me to prison, not being able to talk about it. So I just say, just talk about it. Find somebody you can trust or, you know, anything, a therapist, whatever, talk about it. Don't let
Mm-hmm.
your emotions build up,
Right.
just talk about it.
Yeah. That's awesome. I gotta come back to that because you just said something. We have a caller. Go right ahead, caller.
Hey, how you doing? It's Maria. This Charlotte Kid's cousin.
Okay.
Welcome home, Darren, and thank you for coming into Charlotte Kid's life. So all she do is talk about you. And welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Thank you so
That's
much
good. Thank you.
for calling.
Thank you.
All right. You said something that's really, really important that we don't do a lot. I'm not gonna say we because I did it, but people do not talk to their children enough to find out what's going on with your child. And
Hmm.
these children going to school with guns in their backpack and I was just one of them parents like, you didn't come home and I ain't checked the backpack, or you
Right.
go to school and I didn't look in the backpack before you went to school. So I don't understand how they're missing it, but you just touched on something that's so important, and that's making sure that you talk to the children. You find out what's going on with them. Like, what are they thinking? Because it's so many things that they have that they're up against in this world. Like, it's crazy on a day-to-day basis. So that is so important to talk, because not talking and them holding all of that stuff in can lead them right where you were at, behind the wall. And that's something that we really don't
Yep.
want to happen. Now, the other thing I want you to talk about, or because I really honestly, sometimes when I go to court with these young people, they they act like they're going to a hotel. They don't even seem to be phased by the fact that they're going to a detention center, or they could be going to an adult facility. So what would you say to them for those that have that kind of attitude?
For to be honest, and I don't want to sound harsh, but for some people, prison is a safe place for them. You
Mm-hmm.
know, some people don't have, the luxury of having, real friends, real family, people to talk to, um, all those good things. And it could be because of their environment, it could be whatever the case may be, and they feel more safe in prison.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like they can get more out of being around those type of people because they feel more related to them. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they feel like they can more relate with people from, like you say, social media, rap, and all this stuff like that. It's almost like a badge,
Mm-hmm.
and I can only tell them like, it's nothing. I don't use, me being in prison as an honor. It's nothing, nothing about prison that's good. Nothing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
nothing.
Yeah, yeah. And thank you for saying that, because it ain't. Listen, when I'm in there just for a few minutes, it ain't. I don't feel nothing good about them doors slamming behind me, and I gotta wait for them to open the doors for me to come back out. It's not a good feeling. I couldn't even imagine being in there for 2 days and 5 days. Like I don't even want to imagine that. And so, how important do you think it is for the man or the father to be in the child's life, especially the son, to keep them from going in the wrong direction?
I think it's very important, and most of the time, fathers don't get involved until there's a problem. So I
Mm-hmm.
think like the communication and that type of relationship should start, early on before, your child run into a problem, and then, you get involved, and then you want to talk to your child now, or even try to
Mm-hmm.
build that type of communication with them, because by that time it might be too far gone.
Right.
So I think it's just important to kind of start that relationship early on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this is my last question. What have you learned when it comes to now you're in a relationship? I'm sure one day you'll get married, have kids. What has this whole experience taught you now that you're out now and you get to make your choice of having a family and marriage and all of that? What has it taught you?
It taught me a lot. Like it's just, first of all, having a sense of freedom, and having that liberty, your own thoughts, your own, like you said, I had the opportunity to, control my narrative now,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
basically. So it's just, I mean, it feels good. Like even when I first met my girlfriend, I explained to her like this is going to be tough, especially being though I'm in prison and you're home, and I always gave her, you know, all the type of appreciation for either giving me an opportunity and chance to love me from where I was at, because not all people believe that you coming home.
Right.
Everybody in prison coming home.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody say they coming home.
Right.
So for her to even give me that opportunity to say, I'm gonna open my heart to a person that I can't physically touch,
Right.
and I think it worked out better because we were able to build that emotional relationship first,
Mm-hmm.
you see. So I think it worked out better.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes now that's true. Like it still don't work for me, but I'm gonna go with you on this one for a minute. It is good to be able to have those conversations to get to know the person, and you all have built up something that's so important, and that's communication, where
Yeah,
now you and her really know how to communicate with each other. Because a lot of times people run to sex first, and then it's the
right.
communication, and then you're trying to figure out why
Exactly.
it's working. But with your situation, it's like a long distance relationship, really. Um, you
Yeah.
know, and so I'm big on communication. Being able to communicate, and then so you all have learned a form of communication on a whole nother level. So when you do run
Exactly.
into problems and obstacles, you know how to deal with it. So congratulations to both of you. Congratulations. um Listen, if it works, it works. That's what I say. If it works, it works. Go for it. A lot of people I'm noticing, especially women, are dating men. That's what me and Monty were talking about. A lot of women are now dating men who are incarcerated. So I gotta have that conversation. So if it's a female out there and you are dating someone who's incarcerated, or you're married, we did have a couple on here who they're married, and I mean they are the most beautiful couple. Oh my goodness, I love those two, Toy and Hassan, Kareem Hassan. I love them. So it does work. So any last words you want to leave with us before you go, Darren? Anything you want to say? You want to share?
Yeah, so sure. I just want to, once again, thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity on your platform. And I love what you're doing. It gives us, us men, the opportunity to share our story.
Right.
you know, and we don't have this opportunity a lot. So for you doing what you're doing, it's amazing. Keep it up. We're gonna always keep in contact. I'm always
Ab-
be here, you
Absolutely.
know. So I appreciate everything you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, I appreciate you all for being willing to come and tell your story and for being transparent because you're actually opening the door, like you are kicking the door down for the people that are coming out, and you're making it easier for people to sit on the camera and be like, wow, maybe I should give them a chance. Maybe I should think about this. Because
Right.
the one thing, and I want to say to everybody that's watching and listening, when we do these types of shows, a lot of times these shows get blocked by social media. I keep meaning to say that every time I come on and I keep forgetting. So sometimes people will call me or they're texting me while the show is going on and they're saying, "Are you on?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're live." And sometimes y'all will see me looking down at my devices and stuff because I'm making sure that we're on YouTube, that we're on all of this stuff. But social media blocks it. And so a lot of times when this kind of wonderful stuff could be getting out, it's being blocked. It's nothing that any of us can do. It's not just happening to me, it's happening to a lot of people that are doing positive shows. And so years ago, Darren, when this whole social media thing first came out, and I used to sit in front of the camera, it was nothing when it was over for me to have like 5,000 people watched it or 6,000 or something.
Right.
Now it's like maybe 100, 200, But we have to keep going, and I want to encourage everybody to keep going, keep doing the shows. We still want to get the word out, but the big thing is for everybody who's watching, share it with at least 2 or 3 people because you can share it with the people on your social media pages because we got to continue to get the word out. They don't want stories like this of this brother on the screen who's in college, who's in a relationship, who has a beautiful family. They don't want these stories out, I'm telling you. And so they're shadow blocking a lot of these shows when they come out. But we just got to continue to keep pushing and pushing. If he was on here and he was talking about some ratchet stuff and what he did and he about to go kill somebody and his girlfriend is this and that, I would have 1,000,000 views. I promise you. But because we're doing something like this, they're blocking. And so please make sure that you share the video. Make sure that you all come out on July 29th. July 29th is going to be a big day for Baltimore. That's going to be hopefully something that, the talk show will be picked up and we can just keep it moving, but to be able to do the pilot for a talk show for this city is amazing and I'm excited. And like I said, we want to get these brothers on the screen because that's another way of getting the story out there on an even larger platform. And that's going to be July 29th from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Downtown Cultural Arts Center, 401 North Howard Street. It's free. Bring everybody that you want to bring. We're going to be taking pictures, red carpet, all of that. Come on out. Let's have a good time. Darren, I hope you can come. Bring your
I
girlfriend.
hope
We
so
want to
too.
meet her. Your mom. Like, we want to meet everybody. So, we got one more caller. Hold on. We got one more caller. Let me get this last caller in. Hold on. Okay, caller, go right ahead.
Hey, baby, this Miss Pat. How are you?
Hi, Miss Pat. How you doing?
I'm blessed and highly favored. I
I
want
know
to
that's
say
right.
something to Dr. D on the side of you. Dr. D, I want you to know God preserved you. You know how old folks used to take peaches from the summertime, put them in a jar, put a lid on top, and then put the other top and twist it, and they save it to the wintertime. Can you hear me?
He can hear you. Yeah, he's listening. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've been preserved for a time of like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to put on your army boots, pull up your big boy pants, and start working and helping these kids. Because right now, these kids need our assistance in teaching them respect, how to love, and how to go on to be someone. Because you were in, I call it college for a minute. Now you got your degree, you home. Do what you got to do and don't be ashamed. Keep moving. Hold your head up. Pray and ask God to guide and order all of your steps. And you ain't going to have nothing to worry about. Your boys, excuse me, I'm getting excited. Your boys will be coming out behind you, and you'll have doors open for them. So that's your job. And I'm just telling you, I love you. I don't know you. I don't care about knowing you, but your spirit is with God, and that's all that counts. So keep your head up, pray every day, and just thank God for letting you see the real light of the world.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
And I just wanted to share it with y'all. You know, I don't come on live and all that all the time. You know, I just mind my business and sip on my tea. But when I see something that needs to be done or said, I will say it. I have no shame in my game. And like I tell anybody, I was out there. I was out there, and I thank God for the years that I had clean. So don't go back to nothing that ain't right. Get right, stay with God, and keep moving. And don't be ashamed, because sometimes people will bring your past in your face to try to hurt you. Tell them my past is what made me who I am today.
That's right.
So don't worry about what somebody else think or know how somebody else feels. If you do the right thing, you know what you're doing, and God got you. Because people will make you feel bad. You know what I mean? And like sometimes that devil will come in and tell you, do this and do that. You know the right voice and the wrong voice. Listen to God's voice. He's not going to lead you back to where you was. And he's going to make sure you be on top of everything that you do. And stick with your mom. I give anything in the world to have my mom back. If she want pizza at 3 o'clock in the morning, you call Domino's. Say, I need y'all to open up and give my mom a pizza. Because you know what? When you was young, she gave you everything that you needed. That's you know what I mean? Now that you old, your job is to take care of her fully. You know, bring her a candy bar every Friday or something. Just if it's nothing but $1 candy bar, she appreciate that. Keep that thought of your love for your mom in your heart, because see, once mom closed her eyes, your whole world gonna change again. It's going to change, but it's going to be better because your mom taught you better. So I just wanted to share with y'all and to your audience, I love you all. If I don't see you or talk to you, remember one thing and two things for sure. I love you and God loves us all. And I'm going to keep showing love no matter what. So you keep blessing. Baby girl, keep doing what you're doing. I don't say very much, but when I do say, I say what's in my heart. When I go to the funerals, I always tell people, hug somebody who's next door to you. Because you know what? The next one or the next event, you may not see them. God is taking his people home. He's not playing with us. Every day somebody's dying. Or there's a series of shooting of people. This is some stuff that's happening. Read the book of Revelation. They'll tell you everything that's going on. It's supposed to go on. So if you stay prayed up, you will be safe. I love you. I got to go. Miss Pat, the heart of Philly, I'm out. I love you all.
All right, Miss Pat. Love you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Pat. Thank you, Miss Pat.
Be blessed, baby.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
That's Miss Pat. She always comments on my social media pages. That's the first time I heard her voice. Miss Pat was preaching the word. Okay, Miss Pat. Amen. All right. So everybody listen. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Please make sure that you donate to this particular program. I don't ever ask for money for the other stuff, but this particular program, because this is something that I'm doing. It's not a job. I don't get paid for it. But if somebody calls me and they need me to go to detention center, court, whatever, I'm there. And so you can actually donate to $LadyJFlava. You can, that's Cash App. You can do PayPal. I'll never look back at gmail.com, or you can do Zelle, which is 443-297-4753. All of that is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Get your Eventbrite tickets for the show on the talk show on July 29th. Come in dressed up. Well, you ain't got to dress up, but don't come like you going down the east. You know, just come. You know how y'all supposed to look when you come out, because you might be on the camera. Okay, so we want to make sure that we really sell this thing and let these people know we do want a talk show in Baltimore. We need one. All right. So Darren, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you to your family. And listen, I wish you all of the best. All the best. Like, whatever it is, if I can help you with, please let me know. And when you go on Wednesday and you see the other brother, Russell, Jay Russell, when you see him, tell him that we said hi. Tell him that I'm still waiting to interview him. I know he has some restrictions going on, but tell him as soon as those restrictions are off to please call me so we can set up the interview, because the people have not seen his face. They heard his voice because we interviewed him from inside. So let him know that we are waiting. and we are so happy. Everybody, I don't know if you all know, but he is home. And is J.S. Russell?
Yeah, J.S. Russell.
J.S. Russell.
His name Jamal Russell, but he was actually, me and him actually were cell buddies at one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's powerful. He does like that spoken word stuff, and he reads
Yes,
and all of that. If you guys
yes,
go on YouTube and put in J.S. Russell, you'll be able to pull up some of his stuff on YouTube. I definitely want to interview him. So please tell him I said hello. And Darren, you
I
take care
will.
of yourself. You got all of my information. So if you need to reach out, I am here. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
You are welcome. And if there's anything that you want to say, go ahead, brother. You can go ahead and say it.
No, good. Thank you so much. Just
You
for
good.
allowing me to share my story. That's it.
And guess what? You did a great job because I know you was a little nervous, but you did good.
I was.
You did good. All right, Darren. Thank you so much. Everybody have bless somebody else, everybody, and let them know that great things are happening. We got some great people that are coming out. And listen, if you have somebody who is incarcerated that you would like for me to interview, whether they're inside or outside, please let me know. The number is on the screen. I thank you so much for joining us tonight. Shout out to Darren for being home, and doing great things. Y'all have a good night, have a great night, and be blessed.